In the beginning, God made the land. Then he made the water and the creatures. Then he made man. He was born with a passion, love, and hate, a restless spirit with a need to mate. But there was something that was missing, something lost. So he came with the answer. Here's what it costs. One part love, one part wild, one part lady, one part child. I give you lots of pretty women, men. They can't live without them. Lots of pretty women, men. They can't live without them. And in the garden lust began. The animal instinct, the wanting man, the wanton man. She fed him with hunger and appetite, and filling with emotion, he took a bite. I was part, whoa, I was one part love, one part child, sorry. One part girl, one part wild, I give you. Lots of pretty women, man. They can't live without them. Skin on skin, she let love begin. Woman, it was part, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I give you hair, eyes, skin on skin, legs, thighs. What's the spell? What's the spell? Oh, oh, oh. Women calling every girl around the world. Okay. So yeah, fairly cut and dry lyrics there. How you doing, Gregory? I'm OGT.
Doing
I'm
great.
Daniel Lee.
I will say about those lyrics, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 80s in a nutshell. I mean, honestly, if you want to tell people, it's like, what did like hard rock sound like in the or what did rock sound like in the 80s? Boom, here's Hysteria by Def Leppard. Have fun. This was
Yeah. The crazy thing is, I had this album. Obviously, I was born in '79, so this was probably about the time when. Although I always say I was a '70s and a '90s kid as far as music went, because '80s wasn't my favorite decade. But I did love Def Leppard. I loved MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice. I won't lie. And Appetite for Destruction. Metallica, of course. U2, a couple songs, and REM, and so I mean there wasn't all the '80s weren't bad. And Greg here is the '80s connoisseur, so this is definitely right up his album. We're gonna be doing the live version, and I'll hand it off to you, Gregory.
all right. So this is for a new channel sub, name of Christy Lysdale. She requested Def Leppard. We sort of because both Danny and I have heard a fair amount of Def Leppard. I still have the Adrenalize CD in my
How do we
room.
get this request?
This is where Danny put up a community post basically asking some of our new subs that came in from the recent Ozzy Osbourne Hall of Fame video what their favorite band was, so we could figure out, hey, let's do some reactions for our new subs, show our gratitude. She brought up Def Leppard. We basically said, okay, can you be specific? And she brought up two songs, one of which was Rocket, which we've all heard, and one of which was Women, which I remember when it first came out, but that's not usually one of my go-to songs on Hysteria. I'm usually like a title track and Love Bites guy. But yeah, Hysteria is probably it's actually is Def Leppard's biggest album. It sold 20 million copies. It was designed to be a heavy metal or a rock version of Thriller, according to the producer Mutt Lange, basically where every song could be a hit. And like a lot of fans of Pyromania, their previous album, weren't big on it because it's a little bit too commercial sounding, but it definitely did what it
Photograph
was.
Rock of Ages.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
definitely think it's yeah, I definitely think Pyromania is a better album, but Hysteria was my introduction to the band, and it still has some great songs. They used a Rockman amp, which was made by Boston's Tom Schultz for it. I just want to say one quote, then we'll get to the song. Uh, one of the engineers, yeah, Mike Shipley, described the Rockman as a shitty little box with a god awful sound that had no real balls to it. That's what some critics will say about the about Hysteria in general. But I think it's a great, catchy, melodic '80s rock album. So
I would say
great.
next to maybe an ACDC or I would say Hysteria done right up there with Appetite just to Destruction. For
Yep.
Destruction, whatever. They had to have,
Mm,
man. And Poison's Nothing But a Good Time. Those are like the three biggest albums of the '80s.
yep.
Not counting the heavy metal, Metallica, and I don't know where all that,
Yeah.
and I don't know how Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and those bands were doing in that time period. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. Um, I know commercially, yeah. I think Poison, Def Leppard, and Guns N' Roses had the 3 biggest albums. So let's do it. This is go ahead.
Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet's probably up there too.
Oh yeah. That's right. There might be some I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, six string on his back. A loaded 6 string.
All right, guys, let's get in our time machines and head back to the 80s.
We got everything we need. We got the band. We got the crowd. We got the lights, the cameras, the action. There's only one thing that we ain't got.
All right. I've never heard this, man. That friggin', I guess it's a keyboard or whatever, but that bomb, that shit is freaking cool as hell. I didn't think I was going, thought I was going back to the 80s, man, which I don't hate, but son of a bitch, that was good, man. The mouths aren't matching. This is the same performance of Pour Some Sugar on Me, the video. So this is a video too, though, because it's not. That's messing with me, because I'm thinking we're watching a live performance. We're really not. This is a studio.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's footage of a live performance with the studio.
It's the 80s.
Yeah. Love the intro though. I like the guitar in the beginning. I think Steve Clark and Phil Collin were a very underrated duo. Great bass line, just boom, 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 boom. And Joe Elliott's speaking voice when he's addressing the crowd is exactly the same as his singing voice. You don't hear that very often. It's just, but like
he
Joe
spoke in the tribute to Ozzy.
Yeah,
he had a little cameo where he spoke in. Sorry.
Yeah, Joe's actually a very smart guy. He seems very self-aware. With all due respect, you wouldn't guess that listening to Def Leppard's lyrics. They do sometimes sound like they were written by horny 8th graders, but
which all 80 songs did. Girl.
Very talented musicians, though. Def Leppard, their backing vocals are always spot on, and I'm loving this arrangement so far.
I guess I talked over you, so what I need to say. Yeah, all the lyrics in the 80s did, man.
There was a lot of
I mean, don't want nothing but a good time. How can I resist? I'm saying it. Don't get me wrong. These songs aren't. Those songs aren't very timeless. They're very in the moment songs. What you sang them, you sung them. You don't want to sing about achy breaky heart so many damn times. But it was a great song. I think Def Leppard and Bon Jovi probably had the most timeless songs out of that.
I would agree. Most definitely.
That mainstream scene though, because I mean, I still sing, Dead or Alive. So even though they burnt in my brain, and Pour Some Sugar on Me, I think was really about cocaine. I think it was really a drug song, but I'm not sure.
It was the 80s, so most likely it was.
I mean, there's cocaine everywhere. There was cocaine coming out of the damn bathroom sinks everywhere. Shit. There's a bathroom. No, what was that song?
Bathroom on the right. Yep.
There's a bathroom on the right. Alright, sorry. We'll get back to it. Quit being idiots. Probably not, but. So, the Rock and Roll Rebellion was 2017 or 18. I worked there with the boss man of mine. We were doing concessions, and they asked for hot dogs for the guys in the Def Leppard. So I made them hot dogs. I didn't deliver them to them or anything. I did get to walk up to the side stage. I've got some footage of it, but I don't want to get copyrighted. It's really grainy anyway. It's just me with a phone working, got grease all over my phone and shit. But what were they singing? I forget what they were singing, but anyway, I sing Def Leppard. I mean, while working, that's the greatest and the worst thing in the world is to be at a concert for free, but be working.
Have to work. That would suck.
Yeah.
Although a live Def Leppard performance would certainly liven up my work a lot. So, always, first of all, Joe's pants. Like, I feel bad for the guy. Clearly got
He's
caught
not
in the
leading
paper
forward.
shredder. Yeah, it's like,
Not
cut this
leading
shit out,
forward.
man. It's a new pair of pants. But I've always liked his voice. He's got a good rock and roll voice. It's got grit, but it can also be clean. He's got a good high end, and like he's got some sass to his voice as well. I think he could sing blues if he wanted to. Props to Rick Allen, the drummer, being able to kick ass with just one arm. I think they named the album Hysteria because of like the accident that cost him his arm and sort of the media frenzy surrounding it.
It was an
That sort of thing.
automobile accident?
Yes, it was. Yeah. So, but yes, kicking ass with one arm, great drummer. Def Leppard's music isn't Tool. There's not a whole lot of like double bass or complex patterns or whatnot. But for holding down a groove, the dude's awesome. And again, just I think just the catchiness of the song and just I think a lot of 80s songs do have melodies that I would consider timeless, and that you hear them and they sort of like transport you. Like, it's sort of an injection of positivity. It's like good music to listen to when you're driving back from work. You've had a shitty day, you need something to make you smile. Boom, something like that. Shouting the chorus out the window, that'll clear out a lot of stress.
Yeah, I think the melodies in the 80s are some of the most timeless melodies ever in the history of music.
Yeah, agreed.
The lyrical content's a different story.
Oh,
but
yeah,
the melodies, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, some of my favorite songs in the world come off of the Over the Top soundtrack.
Oh my God.
I didn't realize Van Halen or Vince Hagar or whatever. I didn't realize they sang over the top. Or that was just Sammy Hagar, wasn't it? That wasn't Vince.
I think so. Yeah, that was Sammy Hagar.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Either way, man, I didn't realize that's who sang it. And yeah, man, yeah. Even some of the soundtrack, the Rambo songs and shit, just yeah, it's hurting my heart. I guess movies might be, technically better now, but I'm with you in the movies. I'm stuck in the 80s, man, and early 90s.
Especially, yeah, those movies had the best soundtracks as well. Yeah.
Cobra. Well, not just for music, just the movies themselves. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even when Contra and wait a minute. So was that a movie, Contra, with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, Commando. I think you're thinking.
Commando was what Contra was made from. Yeah, and Cobra was Sylvester Stallone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Missing in Action. Yeah, great movie. Anyway, we're way off topic. So kind of, sort of, but yeah. We'll rock it out till the end. I was going to say real quick, sorry about laughing a little bit the way I did that, but this is not the official video. This is just a live that I pulled up, and I seen it was the exact same get up as Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yeah.
So this is not the video, but some of this is definitely edited, and somebody done this. I don't know. It's not an official Def Leppard, but I seen where it wasn't lining up a minute ago, earlier in the video. So, but it very well could be the audio from this concert. I'm just saying. They've stitched some, not stitched. They've edited some of the footage in there of them. Obviously, it's coming from tons of different views. So, but anyway, man, it's not. I just want to point out, it's not there is an official video. This isn't it.
Yeah.
So. Let us know if this is the original audio or not, or the studio audio or not.
Studio audio, yeah. I do like this because it sort of shows them how they, perform their stage performance aspect. I guess. Yeah. They're really good with the crowd. Yeah.
And I had forgot about the drummer.
Yeah.
I hear it now. There's not as much drum to it, but I wasn't noticing it. So, yeah. Props for holding it down, like you said.
What's that?
Clear.
Yeah, Rick Savage or something. This guy with the long hair.
So, the reason why I asked that is because I've seen 3 different guitars. I was going to say they got a unique sound because they got a Les Paul and a Gibson playing in the background. Or not playing in the background, playing period. But
So the guy with the red scarf.
there's another guy with a white guitar, unless this is another piece together thing.
Okay, I think the guy with the white guitar is the bassist, because yeah, I think he's the one playing the keyboards too.
That's right there.
Yeah.
Not him, but my gosh, it's all right. Never seen a bass guitar look like that, but yeah, so this is great. I'm still wondering here, so I guess the footage is still on, but
I'm thinking torn jeans. I saw a leopard print guitar, all of that boofy hair. It's like, yeah, this is like the most 80s thing ever. But yeah, like a jacket and a scarf with no shirt. I never understood why these guys like.
So that's the bass
80s.
guitar?
I believe it is.
Really? Yeah, 4. You're right.
Yep.
Wow. That is a wild looking bass guitar. I mean, I didn't think you were wrong. I've never seen a guitar like that. Really cool. I'm sorry, I mean, good job.
Yeah, but no, I love the song. I think now that I see that, I think Joe Elliott was really underrated as far as vocalists go. And plus, there's this presence about him where it's like he's got the, that 80s hair and the 80s, torn jeans and whatnot. But he just seems like a dude that you could chill and have a beer with after the show. Seems like he'd be a cool, likable fellow. But yeah, his voice is awesome. Like he goes really high. He's got a lot of charisma. I love it when Def Leppard does these breakdowns where they basically just have like alternating backing vocals and then like the drums just setting a groove down before
and
the
they'll
rest
drop
of the
out
band kicks
sometimes.
in.
Just really warm. They'll
Yeah.
get that song down free. That's great.
Yeah. If you can get past the very juvenile lyrics, they're very, very skilled songwriters as far as the arrangement of music. So.
Well, I mean, Hank Jr. made songs like this. Lots of bands have made songs about just lots of girls.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't too bad, but yeah, yeah, man, I like it. It's good for me. So, thank you for suggesting it, Christy.
Yeah, thank you for helping us discover kind of a sleeper track on Hysteria.
Yeah, we might go back and find. I'm sure there's a few songs on Pyromania I've never heard.
Right.
So, yeah, I enjoyed this. Thank you for being here, everyone. And mental health is real.
No doubt, mental health is real. And if you were alive back then, save those pictures when your hair was also boofed out 18 feet tall. It is funny how normal that was.
Mine still is. What you talking about?
I never had hair. Like, even when I had hair, it was thin as hell. I couldn't even do a skullet. But no, I remember like seeing stuff at the time. I would see Hearts, These Dreams video. Nancy Wilson's hair weighed more than I did, but it looked perfectly normal at the time. Then I saw it like 10 years later, and I'm like, oh my God, look at all that hair. So it's like watching stuff from the 80s is like looking at alien fish in an aquarium. So thank you for traveling back in time with us. Music is your best support group, no matter what decade it comes from. Listen to it often. Thank you all.
Much love.